Alright, so how you all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, once again of course with the Meliodas showcases, pretty much just come a joke at this channel until we have Rosario released. I honestly don't know if there's many other units I want to do team builds on. There is actually one team I'd really like to revisit, so probably expect that in one of the coming videos. But here we are using Meliodas with the blue CUSCACK. Now CUSCACK is probably one of the best units to use alongside Meliodas. His single targets are just so insanely strong. He's honestly such an amazing unit in general. I'm just not the biggest fan of him, whether it's teams, I don't know why I don't like him as much as I do, but if you guys don't know what the CUSCACK does, his first card here inflicts cleave damage, which does not activate crit damage, equal to 500% of attack on one enemy. The second card here inflicts damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy, and depletes 3 ultimate move gauge orbs. The ultimate here, which we have 6/6, inflicts power strike damage equal to 840% of attack on one enemy. The hero gains the Abyss effect for 1 turn, which is, if you guys have the old Festival King, basically the same effect he has on his ultimate there. And it actually applies to everyone as well, which is really nice since this is only a single target ultimate. And jumping over to the passive, if a critical strike does not occur when a demon ally uses a single target skill on the enemy, it inflicts additional damage equal to 40% of the enemy's increased max HP in PvP. So honestly, even just a couple months ago, passives was so much shorter. It's so crazy to think how just long Meliodas and King's passives are. But jumping over to the equipment here, we are rocking on the attack and defense set. Some mediocre rolls, they could be a little bit better. And then jumping over to the closet here, it's okay, we've got a couple of the cosmetics upgraded. If you guys saw my summons for the King, actually was it King or was it? No, it was for Meliodas. I think we pulled 7 of this man within the first rotation, so my luck on that was just absolutely atrocious. We were getting a lot of festivals, but just not the Meliodas that we wanted. So this is the team we're using today, using him alongside Kyo. Kyo is just pretty much the best frontline support in the game at this point. But yeah, let's jump right into it. And CUSCACK is another one of those units that I've heard at 6/6 is a lot more viable in the category, but is really good for the bird raid. I mean, I haven't tried it out, of course. I pretty much only use the one team for bird. And what do we want to go for here? We might just go ahead and double single target into the Meliodas there. Let's see what kind of damage we can get off this. That first card doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It's more that second one, which is the big hitter. But I mean, using 2 single target cards before Meliodas attack, you're pretty much guaranteed to kill. There are a couple scenarios, especially going up against red teams, when, you know, coming up against Barn and Excalibur Wrath with like Twig on the back and whatnot. Sometimes your opponent can just have so much health. It's so overwhelming, and there's almost no way you can really kill turn 1. Unless you're running like a Kyo, Meliodas, and Christmas Awaken Lilia, just the sheer amount of damage you can get from that single target card is absolutely absurd. Like, honestly, I think just like level 1 card, turn 1, I think she's probably the strongest character in the game. But let's see here. Got a couple ignites on the Kyo there. I don't think we'll really focus into him. Let's see if, yeah, that can surely get rid of the Escanor. If not, the AoE will easily clean him up. But I mean, look, his damage is so good, and for being one of those characters that is pretty much unable to crit, getting that extra damage on the base hits is super good for those tankier characters with some better resistance, like Barn and Go Through and all those other characters. So honestly, CUSCACK is so well built. Real slept on character as well. Like, I definitely put him in that category of slept on characters alongside Lollymelon. But I mean, as of recent, Lollymelon has been getting quite a bit of appreciation, so she was definitely slept on for a bit there, that's for sure. But I mean, I'd probably say the worst part about CUSCACK is definitely skins. I don't know why. I am just not a huge fan of many of them. The only reason I'm using this one is because it matches with the white Meliodas one. And what a starting turn. Let's go. I really would have Black Emerger in that instead, but we'll go 1, 2, and 3. And that should be able to pretty much get rid of King turn 1. I might actually end up using Chandler for my next showcase. I did speak about him in yesterday's video and talking about wanting to use him, but a little bit of a waste of Meliodas single target there. It's whatever. Couldn't have known. But yeah, no, CUSCACK does have another skin. It's like this black and green one. I might actually change up to that in the next match, but I do really wish he got some, you know, we've had like the Christmas and we've had the Halloween and whatnot come out, and he was one of those characters that didn't get anything. And like, I don't know, I really would have liked to see him get like a new skin sometime in the near future, that's for sure. Some really good card draw here though. We are not going to want to deal with Chandler. That should pretty much get rid of him here. I mean, same situation, like he's just one of those units that you put alongside Trader Meliodas and they are just guaranteed to do really well. I would honestly say the CUSCACK is definitely on the better side of units that support Meliodas, but that third unit's really up to you. I'm a big Kyo fanboy, it is what it is. And I mean, hey, we are only 2 matches in, this being our 3rd match, and I'd say we're doing pretty good so far. What do we get here? Okay, that's what we want to see. Okay. Who do I want to get rid of? I really want to rush the ultimate, but at the same time, I want to play it safe just in case they have dodge food. Why not? I think I'll play it safe. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Do I bait the dodge food? Okay, no. There was no dodge food. We could have rushed the ultimate. That's fine. It is what it is. I at least want to get one of his ultimates off in this video. I don't know, with just how like bursty and like, especially the teams I like to run, they're also bursty and they're also like DPS heavy. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to get the ultimates off in the showcase. I know for like when Trader Meliodas came out, for the first like 3 or 4 videos, I don't think I got any ultimates off. And like, all for good reason. You start throwing that man's single target out, even like the Pierce card as well, if they have no way to defend themselves. And it just does such an absurd amount of damage. All really good example here. They have the King Shield, which is like the best way probably of defending yourself at this point in the game. You'll see he just absolutely wipes through it. I might actually, I really want this King dead, that's for sure. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. I don't want to have to deal with him getting the ultimate and whatnot. Hopefully this single target from CUSCACK can deal a little bit of damage to help us get the kill with Meli. I was mainly hoping for the buff there, but yeah, look, Meliodas just throws out single target cards and you just win. Like, I really hope they continue to do like as good a job making characters as they have with this Meliodas. At first glance, it looks like they've done it with the Sariel. Like, initially when I saw the Sariel in the patch notes, I wasn't like a huge fan of what I saw, but I don't know, I am super keen to actually try him out. And if this doesn't manage to kill both Kyo and Zeldris here, I'll shot the CUSCACK ultimate because he is 6-6 from just how many of dupes I pulled. With the amount of dupes I pulled of that CUSCACK, I ended up like, you know, buying my Margaret to 6-6, buying my Hijack Goethe to 6-6, like, it was absurd. We pretty much have everyone 6-6 now, except for King, his 3-6, and except for Trader Meliodas, his 4-6. So hopefully within the next banner or so, we'll be able to get that sorted. Didn't actually pay attention to the fact that we had the Demonic Zone card from Zeldris on us, so. And a full Demon team, okay. I always question when I see people use the Assault Mode Meliodas, because it's just like, you'll see, like, especially if we are running something like any team with a red unit pretty much, he just gets absolutely crushed. Ever since Barnes come out, Meliodas he just doesn't survive anymore. Like, honestly, I would probably say the Assault Mode Meliodas is the worst part about this team. Granted, I just failed to kill him in the one turn, so we have put ourselves in a little bit of a bad spot, but actually that is really nice. Yeah, no, even if we end up losing the match because of it, I am going to rush the CUSCACK ultimate. I don't know, just like Chandler is such an amazing unit. Chandler is super strong. CUSCACK is just as strong, if not even stronger. I don't know, he just doesn't tank well enough. If maybe with the, from what I saw with the Sariel Grace, the new Sariel at least, I think it's like every time you chuck out a card, you decrease, enemies' crit chance, or it's something along that line, basically makes your team more tanky. Maybe doing something like that to him, I just feel like he dies way too fast and like doesn't get off enough damage or isn't as useful as he should be. But how quick he dies, but throwing these out there, that'll at least remove all of the defense down debuffs from us, I believe. Please? Okay, yeah, perfect. That makes the whole situation so much better. And we have the CUSCACK ultimate. Honestly, if we could get the Abyss effect off here, that'd be real nice for the showcase. The Delta on all enemies. Yeah, I was super surprised when they actually gave the Abyss effect to all enemies, because it is a single target. Usually they'll limit that kind of stuff. And of course, we're versing a character with Alt Drain. I mean, look at what his CUSCACK is doing. That is some absurd damage. That was off like a 2-star card. God damn. Chandler's got the counter. Ugh. Do I just go? I mean, we're pretty much gonna lose this match. Let's just go full send with Zeldris. See if we can get the kill on him. That's gonna do a lot of damage, that counter, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I mean, if he doesn't lifesteal an awful lot, we might be able to finish off with this 2-star. Granted, it's not going to win us the match. We're still going to have to cop the CUSCACK ultimate to the face, but hey, I mean, I was pretty happy with Zeldris damage there. Honestly, those two units in the front together, it works a little less so nowadays just because of how much power creeps happened, but it is like a really good combination. Let's see what CUSCACK can actually get off on Kyo here. Oh, damn, really? Not killing? There's no way this man's 6-6, right? Surely not. Surely not. No Abyss effect either? Okay. Let's see, we'll go 1 and why not? We'll just chuck that out as well. Try and get as much lifesteal on him as possible. This match is getting a little bit dragged out, to say the least. I mean, as long as he doesn't get any, like, 2 Alt Drain cards, we should be fine. And if you guys have actually made it this far into the video, please go ahead and leave a like on the video. It really helps me out a lot. And hit the subscribe button. I mean, it's all completely free, and yeah, it helps the channel out a ton. Extra ignites on Arthur, okay. I think we are still going to go for the full send play on Arthur. I mean, pretty much forced to throw out the double. Oh my god. I don't know why that first guy did as much damage as did, but having Arthur going right off the bat, although he has the Holy Relic for Barn and it technically does, you know, he's not losing as much as if he didn't. Having Arthur's passive out of the way is a huge help for just how much damage we can do and whatnot. Let's see, we've got a whole bunch of melee cards. I don't think we can, actually, we could probably kill Twiggo in this turn. And I do believe he actually has the taunt as well for Twiggo, so we're pretty much forced to attack into him. Will that give us the Meliodas ultimate? We only have the one ult gauge, don't we? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna merge those either to get melee ultimate, but let's see. If we kill Twiggo though, we'll get the ultimate for Escanor. Why not? We'll go full send. If we lose, we lose. We lost the last match as well. Look at that. Like, yeah, the second he's guaranteed to crit on those units with weaker substats, it is chaos. Can we take the Escanor ultimate with melee? Oh my god, we actually almost killed Escanor as well. That's the thing, like, it's so hard to showcase units next to Trader Meliodas and make them look as good. Like, if it's King, okay, I'm not sure why we're going for the Kyo. If it's King, you can make them look just as good. I don't know, it's just so difficult to do so. It's really hoping we'd have Meliodas survive there. That's right, let's go on to the final opponent. And I did only just remember, but I swear we actually have the 4v4 out for ungeared PvP, so might have to have a look as well at that one after this video. Going up against this team with the CC had, he definitely is a real player using CC food. I'm not risking it. Let's just go full send. We don't want to have to, even though he didn't proc the Ludo passive on Meliodas, like he only procced it on the CUSCACK, and I believe he also procced it on Kyo from what I saw. Did he? Okay, yeah, so, oh no, only on CUSCACK, damn. Even though he didn't get the out CC on like the majority of my team, that's just not something we'll have to deal with. Look at that card draw, Jesus. Okay, I think we might actually be able to get that. Oh, he's gonna throw the pumpkin bombs out here. Okay, we'll kill Gotha. We'll finish the video off on a CUSCACK ultimate, see how much damage we can get. It's not like we can do type advantage ultimate either. Oh well. Oh, who's he gonna go for there? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to keep throwing out those single target cards. Make the key a little bit stronger. We'll go. Need to see how much damage this does as well. Might actually throw out that card first, just so we can try and get a little bit of lifesteal on the Kyo. Granted, it's not gonna be anything great. Units like that pretty much don't have any lifesteal built into them. Almost 150,000. Okay, that is type disadvantage as well. Into Gotha, who's like a fairly beefy unit. Gonna lose the ultimate gauge. Actually, I definitely should have saved. Okay, no, never mind. We ended up getting extra cards. Perfect. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy with how CUSCACK showed up in these matches. I don't know, I don't want to like deter anyone from using CUSCACK. CUSCACK is like an amazing unit. I'm just not the biggest fan of him. I feel like we can definitely... Let's get rid of Escanor here, and never mind, he forfeited the match. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. But I mean, like I was saying, CUSCACK is definitely one of the greatest units in the game. Could even put him as top 5, depending on like how you view him. Definitely top 10. That's to go without saying. But there we go. I mean, if you guys have the units for this team, would 100% recommend trying it out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.